What's going on, guys? We're going to do a little recap of the NASDAQ 100 from today. So today is the day before 4th of July. So everyone have a great week, great weekend, barbecues, lakes, hanging out, eating good food, drinking good drinks. But let's kind of cover what the NASDAQ did today. So this chart is almost identical to what happened yesterday. Okay, so we got an initial push off the open. Literally the first 5-minute bar candle shoots up to the upside. We get a little bit of what traders tend to call chop, right? So here's one thing I see it a lot, okay? And I hear it a lot, not only in comments, I see it on other people's YouTubes, I see it on Twitter, I see it all over social media. Oh, the market was hard to read today. The market was choppy. The market was this, the market was that. Let me clarify something and let me put a stop to something here. The market was not choppy, okay? By any means today. First 5-minute candle, the close was 20,267. Guys, we closed at 20,435. It was up 200 points. Okay, this is not choppy. This is just an algorithmic uptrend day. That's all it is. Are you going to get an up day where it's just a singular one bar that just goes straight up? No. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have ups, you're going to have sideways, you're going to have ups, down, sideways, ups, down, sideways, guys. But the chart is continuously going higher. This is a classic trend day. I want to keep something, I want to also make a note of something. We never lost the 50-day moving average on a 5-minute time frame. Okay, we never closed below the 20-period moving average on a 5-minute time frame. Those of you guys who understand the old school 20 SMA play, literally the first 5-minute candle sets up, confirms 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes later, never closes below your reason why, and essentially would have taken this for 200 points. Now, again, I do not sit in trades all day long like that. I'm more of a scalper. I like to put on a little bit heavier size, and I like to get in and out quickly, and I like to end my day early, okay? The days of me sitting around all day where I'm looking to catch all-day moves are long gone. Have I caught them before? Yeah. Have they also burned me in the past, breaking even towards the end of the day? Absolutely. Have I lost big money doing that as well? Absolutely. So my game has kind of evolved into what is tailored to kind of fit my personality, my trader profile. But the point I'm making is that essentially this was up all day. Yes, was there a period of time off the open where between 6:35 Pacific Standard Time and let's call it 7:40, let's call it the first hour of trade, was it going a little bit up and then back down and then going up and then back down and then going up and then going back down? Yes, you can consider this first hour of trade choppy, but I want to tell you something, guys, and this is what I see a lot of traders doing, is they think that just because we had a big green candle that it's time to short, and then they get stopped out. They think that because we had a big green candle that it's just going to go up automatically when this candle closes, and it's just going to go straight line in a beeline straight to the sky, and it doesn't. It comes down. They try to reverse the move when typically you shouldn't be thinking about going against a trend, when in fact we haven't even lost the overnight session or pre-market session lows. We haven't even lost the 20-day moving average on a 5-minute time frame. And nothing about this chart today was bearish. Nothing about this chart said sell. Now, of course, are you going to have scalpers in here that are going to try to, find a little bit of a reversal here for a quick short into rising support? Absolutely. You're going to find this little short here into rising support, Absolutely. But those are scalps, and that's a different style of trader. That's a more experienced trader. That's a trader who understands what they've been doing and they know what they're looking for. For the average trader, the general trader out there who's trading on a prop firm, the general trader out there who's trying to get, their first paycheck, trying to develop their first profits, trying to be consistent maybe the first month, you don't need to bog yourself down with trying to learn a million different strategies. Let's just stick with the trends. Let's just use some very simple supply and demand, and let's just kind of trust what price action is doing. Let's trust what price action is showing us. Even if you were to get in this long here, even off this 5-minute 20 SMA play, and it's kind of chopping around, from time of entry, let's call it, when we get into this trade, 202.69. Yeah, maybe at one point in time you were down 15 points or so, 17 points. But if you're sized appropriately, meaning you're not trading like an absolute buffoon, why on earth would this shake you out? We haven't even lost any support. Just sit in the trade. That's it. All you have to do is just sit and wait. And sit and wait. Forms a little bit of a double wick bottom here, gives you more confluence that this move is going to the upside. Now today, I didn't really have an intention of trading all that much. I did catch a couple of 2-minute plays. I can highlight those for you guys really quickly. But again, during half days, during holidays, during, you know, going into the weekends, Fridays, I don't like to trade a lot, okay? I don't like to trade a lot because, you know, I trade for the freedom of time. And I try to tell everyone inside Evolution Traders, guys, the whole reason why we got into this business is because we can make money relatively quickly compared to your average 9-to-5 job. The opportunities are endless and the scalability is infinite. So we don't need to sit here and trade all day. We can just increase size and take less trades to make more money. Now there's also a bigger potential down risk when you do lose a trade, but as your account grows, you'll be able to withstand that drawdown. Now, this play here, this 2-minute play right off the bell, high price was 20,257. Next 2-minute candle goes high price was 202.57, and then the next candle goes up to 202.65. This was the first trade that I took, and I know a lot of members in Evolution Traders took. And if you notice, we ran right into the linear regression, which is respectable because the way that I trade, my theory, my, you know, understanding of price action is, you know, stocks and futures and crypto generally tends to go from supply to supply and demand to demand, right? So when you simplify things like that, well, if we were to confirm this 2-minute candle, well, maybe we stop. You know, again, it's always a possibility that we don't do it, but maybe the next potential stop is this linear regression, and that just so happens to be my 5-point take profit. Right, those of you guys who've been following the channel now for the last couple of weeks, you guys know that I'm on this 5-point take profit summer, right? So during the summer, volume tends to thin up a little bit, and you tend to get these big trending days. You tend to get big moves to the upside, and then look at drastic moves on you know, maybe on news or maybe on a Fed speaker or on anything, you know, or just out of the blue. That's summer trading for you, right? The next setup didn't come till this long one. We had a short setup here, never confirmed, but we did get this long setup here. Again, I want to stick with the trend. Okay, I want to stick with the trend. The reason why I want to stick with the trend is because we haven't proven that we've lost the pre-market lows, overnight lows, or even this 50 or 20-day moving average. Second setup was here. This hits for a 5-point winner as well. And later on in the day, I did take a little bit of a short position off of the 5-minute. So if I kind of scroll here, and I look at the 5-minute time frame, I want to show you guys where the short opportunity was. Short opportunity. Let me zoom this in just a little bit more so we can see here. Make sure you guys can see this. So the short opportunity here is as we came into this linear regression, okay? We came into this linear regression, we broke the linear regression, we put in 2 more candles of highs, and then we had what we call a little bit of a big stop. Okay, so this big stop here, a little bit of a mean reversion here. We have a 5 SMA linear regression and 10-day moving average here as our backtesting supports. I'm looking for macro supply zones, linear regression, 200 or 50 SMA. I'm looking for those to get broken. I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback, but I want a 5-point scalp only using the high of day as a stop. Typically speaking, I only look for those type of setups on extended moves to the upside or extended moves to the downside, but I need to see us run into a linear regression or a 200-day moving average, and I need to see that strong indecision candle, inverse hammer candle, and then I want to see the following candle take out the previous low, high of day or low of day as a stop, get in, take my 5, take my 10 points, depending on how I'm playing position size wise, contract number wise. And then we go from there. I'm looking to take this short into this demand zone. And if this breaks, this demand zone. Very simple. So once those 3 trades were done, I did get back into another long once we broke the high of day here. Again, playing around with some micros, and then took the first break on the high of day. So with that being said, you know, there was plenty of opportunities. There was plenty of opportunities in the market. Here's a tip. If you stuck around to the end of this video, I'm going to make something very clear. And this is what I'm seeing that's going on in the market cycle right now. Here's a tip for you. Right now, we're getting a lot of big moves off the open, and then about 30 minutes to 60 minutes, which is an hour. So from 30 to 60 minutes after the open, we're getting a lot of big range volatility that's shaking people out and frustrating people. Here's a tip. Don't even come to the charts until the first hour of trade is over. Okay. Now that can change in a month's time from now, in 2 weeks time from now, in 3 weeks time from now. we could be having amazing moves off the open that just follow through, and absolute deadness in the later portion of the day. But over the last week and a half, we're getting a big solid move, whether it's up or down, and then we're getting a lot of big rangy chop. Okay, all in all, the bigger picture is telling us setting up for an uptrend. But when we don't know that this is going to happen, and all we're looking is at this move up, and then this move down, and then back up, and then all the way back down, and then here we go again, and then back down, you tend to get frustrated, and you tend to start to chase price action, not zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture here is everything is rising, supports are intact. Okay, so avoid trying to short, take the long. Avoid trying to short, take the bounce. Avoid trying to short, take the bounce, until we lose some of these levels of demand. So again, if you want to avoid that and you kind of just want to catch the, you know, the bigger move and the trend, guys, come in after initial balance. After the first hour of trade, look for the initial balance to get broken, look for the initial balance to get tested, and then once we take that range to the upside or downside, there's your move. Right, there's your move. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see all of you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday, but you know, I'll really be back in the trading room on Monday.